Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Business Ideas. In this video, we'll be talking about stocks and how to make money with them. But before we begin, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on our latest uploads. Now without further ado, let's begin with today's video. Stocks are an investment. That means you own a share in the company that issued the stock. Simply put, stocks are a way to build wealth. This is how ordinary people invest in some of the most successful companies in the world. For companies, stocks are a way to raise money to fund growth, products, and other initiatives. When you buy the stock of a company, you're effectively buying an ownership share in that company. Does that mean that you can sit next to Tim Cook at Apple's next shareholder meeting? No. But in most cases, it does mean that you get a right to vote at those meetings if you choose to exercise it. Types of stocks. There are two main types of stocks, common share and preferred shares. The term equities is synonymous with common shares because their market value and trading volumes are many times larger than those of preferred shares. The main distinction between the two is that common shares usually carry voting rights that enable the common shareholder to have a say in corporate meetings and elections, while preferred shares generally do not have voting rights. Preferred shares are so named because preferred shareholders have priority over common shareholders to receive dividends as well as assets in the event of a liquidation. Common stock can be further classified in terms of their voting rights. While the basic premise of common shares is that they should have equal voting rights, one vote per share held, some companies have dual or multiple classes of stock with varying or different voting rights attached to each class. In such a dual class structure, Class A shares may have 10 votes per share, Class B may only have 1 vote per share. Dual or multiple class share structures are designed to enable the founders of a company to control its fortunes, strategic direction, and ability to innovate. How do stocks work? Companies sell shares in their business to raise money. Then they use that money for various initiatives. A company might use money raised from a stock offering to fund new products or product lines, to invest in growth, to expand their operations, or to pay off debt. Companies typically begin to issue shares in their stock through a process called an initial public offering or an IPO. You can learn more about IPOs in our guide. Once a company's stock is on the market, it can be bought and sold among investors. If you decide to buy a stock, you'll often buy it not from the company itself, but from an investor or another investor who wants to sell the stock. Likewise, if you want to sell a stock, you'll sell to another investor who wants to buy. These trades are handled through a stock exchange with a broker representing each investor. Many investors these days use online stockbrokers, buying and selling stocks through the broker's trading platform, which connects them to the exchanges. If you don't have a brokerage account, you'll need one to buy stocks. Why companies issue shares? Many of today's corporate giants started as small private entities launched by a visionary founder a few decades ago. Thinking of Jack Ma incubating Alibaba from his apartment in Hangzhou, China in 1999, or Mark Zuckerberg founding the earliest version of Facebook, now Meta, from his Harvard University dorm room in 2004. Technology giants like these have become among the biggest companies in the world within a couple of decades. However, growing at such a frantic pace requires access to a massive amount of capital. In order to make the transition from an idea germinating in an entrepreneur's brain to an operating company, they need to lease an office or a factory, hire employees, buy equipment and raw materials, and put in place a sales and distribution network, among other things. These resources require significant amounts of capital, depending on the scale and scope of the business. Listing shares. When a company establishes itself, it may need access to much larger amounts of capital than it can get from the ongoing operations or a traditional bank loan. It can do so by selling shares to the public through an initial public offering. This changes the status of the company from a private firm whose shares are held by a few shareholders to a publicly traded company whose shares will be held by numerous members of the general public. The IPO also offers investors in the company an opportunity to cash out part of their stake, often reaping very handsome rewards in the process. Once the company's shares are listed on a stock exchange and trading in it commences, the price of these shares fluctuates as investors and traders assess and reassess their intrinsic value. There are many different ratios and metrics that can be used to value stocks, of which the single most popular measure is probably the price to earnings or PE ratio. The stock analysis also tends to fall into one of two camps: fundamental analysis or technical analysis. How share prices are set. The prices of shares on a stock market can be set in a number of ways. The most common way is through an auction process where buyers and sellers place bids and offers to buy or sell. A bid is the price at which somebody wishes to buy, and an offer or ask is the price at which someone wishes to sell. When the bid and ask coincide, a trade is made. The overall market is made up of millions of investors and traders who may have differing ideas about the value of a specific stock and thus the price at which they are willing to buy or sell it. The thousands of transactions that occur as these investors and traders convert their intentions into actions by buying and or selling a stock cause minute by minute gyrations in it over the course of a trading day. A stock exchange provides a platform where such trading can be easily conducted by matching buyers and sellers of stocks. For the average person to get access to these exchanges, they would need a stockbroker. This stockbroker acts as a middleman between the buyer and the seller. Getting a stockbroker is mostly commonly accomplished by creating an account with a well-established retail broker. Benefits of stock exchange listing. Until recently, the ultimate goal for an entrepreneur was to get his or her company listed on a reputed stock exchange such as NYSE or NASDAQ because of the various obvious benefits, which include an exchange listing means ready liquidity for shares held by the company's shareholders. It enables the company to raise additional funds by issuing more shares. Having publicly tradable shares means it's easier to set up stock option plans that attract talented employees. Listed companies have greater visibility in the market. Analyst coverage and demand from institutional investors can drive up the share price. Listed shares can be used as currency by the company to make acquisitions in which part or all of the consideration is paid in stock. These benefits mean that most large companies are public rather than private. Very large private companies such as food and agriculture giant Cargill, industrial conglomerate Koch Industries and DIY furniture retailer IKEA are among the world's most valuable private companies, and they are the exception rather than the norm. Stocks are shares of ownership in publicly traded companies. Companies issue them on stock exchanges to raise money, at which point investors buy and sell them based on their potential to grow up in value and pay dividends. Buying and holding stocks can help you grow your wealth and reach your long-term financial goals. Well guys, that's all we have for you for today. What are your thoughts on this? Get involved and let us know in the comment section down below what you think about today's video. If you liked this video and found it informative, then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you don't want to miss out on any new future videos like these, then be sure to click on the subscribe button and turn on notification under this video so that you're notified the next time we upload a new video. Thanks for watching guys, we hope you have a great day today and we'll see you in the next video.